let's do this. This game uses extensive use of sound, play with headphones, best experience. Occasionally it may take control of your browser. It is not optimized for mobile. For content and trigger warnings, please click here. We are going to do. This is a horror game. It does not make use of screamers or jump scares. Sound effects are used for tension and atmosphere. We're going to be careful with this section. So it's going to sound like this, just to spice things up a little bit. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Let's see. Let's see who we got. We're gonna go with Michael. We're gonna go with Michael. Your best friend Michael has invited you over to a sleepover at his house. This weekend, you've been friends since first grade, so asking your mum is basically only a formality. You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are 2 kids. You feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. On Friday night, you're only home for a few hours, long enough to pack, get into a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing at the sidewalk outside Michael's house when your mother idles in a car nearby. She leans out the window to you. May I have to get up and close for this? You behave yourself, okay? She says, and as always, I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom. Don't know why I'm doing that voice for him, but okay. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says. Again, as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which had been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably going to rain. We kiss my mom goodbye, because we are respectable, and that's how we do things here. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn to Michael's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Michael waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor. We're going to head inside. Oh, noises. It is 6 p.m. Michael's mom meets you inside the house. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop off stuff in the den. You and Michael are camping out there tonight. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den, and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch is a grandfather clock that is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you see is the sky just as grey as it was when your mother left. Framed picture lines all over the fireplace hang at a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Michael's dad shot a few years ago. And of course, there's the big green? It's a very big green TV. Sometimes it makes you feel uncomfortable how much nicer Michael's house is than yours. Anyway, you drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den. Oh, I've just read this. Oh, there's more. Ah, okay, so I think it's just a little bit more information on what it is. Michael entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and now he stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. What would his voice be? Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Sure, he's Southern. No offense to... It's all a joke. Yeah, let's go have dinner. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal was spaghetti and meatballs, one of Michael's favorite meals, and his mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Michael's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Michael are getting into at school. Desserts are heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled with chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. Oh my, the sounds are definitely a lot louder, because I can hear it at my ear now. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. That's very loud. You go along now, is Michael's mum, smiling from side to side at the table. We'll clean up here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Michael. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Michael's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the walls, opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, said Michael, heading towards his TV and opening the entertainment cabinet. That's a lot of thundies. That's some thundies right there. It is his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first. But as usual, Michael begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV. You catch sight of other things he has in there. All the major stuff, an old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast. But some things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights. A smaller purple one. It's a GameCube and an Xbox. The original, it seems. A strange white and yellow tower with what looks like gloves resting on hooks on either side. A compact white cone. What are those? Michael looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says. They're pretty cool. I can't show you though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Name drop! Wait, are we playing? Are we playing game? I think we're playing game right now. In the corner of the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. It's 7 o'clock. Framed pictures line the walls. You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them family portraits from years past. Michael cradled lovingly by his mother and his father, or any one of those on their own. A highly-tidy family. Look for pictures of Michael's uncle. We can do that. You don't find any, not one. The only pictures here are of Michael and his parents. You don't know why, but it makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. What's the time now? It's 7:30, so we spent 30 minutes looking for those photos. Can we do it again? Or does time just keep passing? Time passes. The clock chimes. You are in the den. What's the time? It's now 8 o'clock. Let's see. Let's talk to Michael. What would you like to talk about? Let's talk about school. What trouble are we getting up to at school? It occurs to you that even though Michael does really well in school, you seem to remember him having troubles earlier this year. You ask what's up, but receive no answer. Oh, now we're playing Mario Kart. but receive no answer. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Michael, whee! That's very loud. Well, for me it is, at least. Michael's mother bustles into the room, holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? She asks. That's not your voice. How are you kids doing? Good, said Michael, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, said Michael's mom. Here's some popcorn. Extra butter. It's exotic. She places it on the floor by Michael. Almost immediately, Michael is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles at him first, then back at you. There's soda in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza in the other night, if you get hungry. Okay. She looks at Michael. Your father's gone to bed and I'll be there myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, alright? Yes, Mum, Michael says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, Your mother? Your uncle called. He suddenly had some business. He's playing Link now. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. For the first time, Michael stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. Okay, so what can we do now? Can we eat the popcorn? Actually, no, let's ask about his uncle. Your uncle stays with you while you visit? Yeah, said Michael nonchalantly. He lives pretty far away, so he just drops by. Isn't that a little weird? I guess it would be a little bit. Michael gives you a look that you don't like very much. How would you know, he asks. You don't even have an uncle. I guess. You drop the conversation in silence. Okay, so judging by what we just did, it should be 8:30, I think. So let's go kitchen. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. It's a lovely kitchen, by the way. There are a few things here. Soda, cold pizza, milk, and a water pitcher. I could go for some pizza. An interesting fact about that is that sometimes I do eat pizza cold. Like, I order pizza and then I just store it in my fridge and have it a day after. A lot of people, a lot of people may get the impression that is absolutely vile and completely disgusting. But I don't mind it. I genuinely do not mind it. I'm gonna take some cold pizza. You grab your snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. Okay. Let's talk to Michael. Can we say anything else to him? For a while, you and Michael talk about the game on the TV. It's not one you're familiar with, and Michael explains the elaborate systems in some detail. An hour passes. The clock chimes. You are in the den. It begins raining outside. You feel like you might have to go to the bathroom. That's oddly specific. Let's go to the bathroom. You head to the bathroom. Down the hall from the den, there's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. Let's go pee-pee. You go to the bathroom to wash your hands. Are you done here? Wait. Why did we say that? You don't have to go right now. Are you done here? Okay. What? It's a linen closet, filled with large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you looked in here. Are you finished? Why is it asking these specific questions? The shower is pristinely clean. Are you done here? Why is it asking if we're done or finished when it just... Okay. What is the time? It's 10:30. Okay. Think about Michael's uncle. It began with Mew. You didn't believe him at first when Mew came to school one day. Mew? Mew goes to school? I don't think so. Anyway, when Michael came to school one day and told you he finally caught Mew. Prove it, he said. Or I said. He pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew, the 151st Pokemon. Available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Michael's game. It's really strong, he said. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Remember the truck myth? Where if you use strength on a truck, Mew just appears? There was like an Easter egg. I think there was an Easter egg in Pokemon Let's Go, where you could use strength on the truck. You don't get a Mew, but it just basically said it didn't do anything. But you could still use it. Michael demonstrates this claim at recess, when you and some of the other friends link Game Boys to do battle. God, linking. We didn't have wireless connection. We also didn't have Nintendo Online, which costs a lot of money. A lot for a service that isn't that great. You were the first to go down. No one else got a hit on... No one got a single hit on Michael's Mew. You asked how Mew managed to get it. In a few days, everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. The allure had faded. I mean, true. If that's the problem with, like... I can't speak English, mummy. I can't speak English. The problem with being too popular at something, if you're the only one that is at a peak that no one else can get to, or is basically impossible to get into, it just kind of just ruins it a bit. So I get how that feels. You asked Michael how he managed to get it. Oh, no, you're not the narrator. My uncle got a job at Nintendo, said Michael. You're walking home together, past one of the construction crews. Michael still lived next door to you at the time. Oh. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were down all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You were standing at the intersection with Michael as a truck rumbled by, loaded with ragged tree trunks. What a bad storm. Wait, hold on, what were we asking? Michael still lived next door to you at the same time. Wait, this couldn't have been too long ago. When did Michael move? There was something nice about being neighbours. Oh. He also got me this Game Boy, said Michael, putting it out of his pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier, but yes, Michael had now had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Until today you had one of the old ones, a big grey brick like yours. This one's a special edition, said Michael. Isn't it cool? Oh god, the traditional special editions back in the early 2000s. How times have certainly changed. You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. I had a Mew? I don't think you got your own Mew, eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark, which you borrowed one day. You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you could obtain in your copy of the game, or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. It didn't KO most enemies, it was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Michael's. You asked him why. Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes, but when Michael's had wiped out everyone at school, it looked completely different, compact, snarling, fierce. It can't be Mewtwo, right? Like, was he given, like, a legalized version of Missing No that didn't crash your game? Which I did actually catch a Missing No several years ago because I was stupid. I never actually finished the game, by the by, but yeah, just out of curiosity, English, just out of curiosity's sake, and I put Pokemon Red on my Nintendo 3DS, and what I did in the meantime was basically just give it... I can't speak English today. What is wrong with me? It seems I'm being a bit of an stupid. My point is, I caught a Missing No, never finished the game, freaked out, and just kind of... Okay. It didn't KO most enemies. It was incredibly... Oh, this is mine. Oh, this was Michael's, so... No, I don't think it was Mewtwo. He couldn't have had a Mewtwo. Wait, maybe he had... Oh, hey, Normally, how was Team Fortress? Oh, you just said. I am going off the ball today, out the window. I'm glad you enjoyed your game. I may actually play Team Fortress one day. Maybe for stream, just for like a laugh, or I'm always interested in what you guys in the community is always playing, and could be fun. Oh dear, my voice seems to be going a bit. What? He said. It said my voice is going, Michael. Catch it, speed up. It had been here, in the den. Oh, that thing. And somehow Michael has become the new narrator. Michael moved by then, but how long was it after the first storm after he got Mew? You can't remember. It's been a while since anyone's talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me the special edition Mew. First of all, he said, I have to give him the voice for this because this is exactly what like my generation was doing. First of all, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game he was playing. Okay. That's why mine looks different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO Pokemon because it's the real Mew. So, yeah. I love doing this. You asked what he meant by that. Just what I said, Michael. Just what I said, Michael replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew, so of course there'll be problems, glitches and chunks, just like missing no. You feel your cheeks redden. Mine's actually going red. Why am I going red? Huh. But not me, Michael said again. I got the real Mew, and only me. My brother was so jealous. Michael's brother? What about him? Why does remembering that comment make you feel uneasy? You snap out of your reflections. Okay. What is the time? 11:30. Okay. Let's go kitchen. I want some milk. I'm literally just hiding in the corner with my dispenser and sentry, so when the server floods with water, I don't drown because dispensers heal and give ammo and whatnot. Oh, okay. Giving me a bit of a pointers for whenever I do Team Fortress. I'll remember that, and then as soon as I play it, I just forget all about it because I'll be a bit of a noob with Team Fortress. You grab your snack and exit the fridge. You head back to the den. The clock chimes. Okay, so we're only just grabbing food there, it seems. The grandfather clock chimes the hours. Michael suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. Is your uncle here? Oh dear, there's someone at the door. You... Sorry, Anomaly, I cannot listen to that right now because someone's banging in my ear. You may want to train, then go to casual first. Yeah, true. I mean, that was my initial plan anyway, because if you think I'm doing competitive... Yes, I'll answer you in a minute. Please hold your horses. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to go straight to casual. That's him, he says, standing up. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow him. But a part of you feels really scarce for a bit. I'ma follow. The knocking continues persistent. Okay. As you follow Michael to the front of the house, outside the pebble glass of the front window, you can see a tall, dark shadow. Oh god, that's loud. That's very loud. Let me just turn that down a little bit. There we go. Don't want to kill your guys' ears because this is killing mine. The knocking continues persistently as you follow Michael to the front of the house. Outside the pebbled glass, in front of the window, you can see a tall dark shadow. Michael opens the door, undoes the bolt, and it cracks open. "You can come in," he says to whoever's standing out there on the porch. Then looks over his shoulder, he says, "Sorry." Before you can ask what there's to be sorry about, the door slams open. "Hello, child. Come closer, child. No more worries, child. I am hungry, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. What? Fear none. Screaming cease. Stop it." What? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What is this? Unidentified. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Oh, good God. Unidentified error and whatever this is. Oh my God. You met the uncle who works for Nintendo. The servers... Wait, hold on. Servers are multiple peoples from different arena areas, competitive in TF2. I can't read. Servers are multiple people from different areas. Competitive is TF2's players being a bunch of sweaty gamers. Servers can flood with water. So it doesn't really matter then. Okay. We got time. We got plenty of time. We're gonna try and get at least all these endings, cause you know I don't want to waste you guys' time basically saying that's the game. See you guys tomorrow or whenever I decide to stream next. So let's go through these all. Things are a little weird here. Try to run, but as it may turn out to be a game of hide and seek. There was an option to run, like run away. We'll go from 7 p.m. at the den. You head towards the kitchen, thinking you could grab a soda from the fridge. On your way, you head through the dining room. Michael's mother and father are still there. The table hasn't been cleared yet. They're still sitting in the exact same spot you left them. It's in fact you realize they aren't moving at all. Wait, they're not? They sit there, completely still, like mannequins. Michael's dad is holding up his glass of lemonade, as if getting ready to take a drink. Michael's mum has her head turned, and her mouth slightly open, ready to receive. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. As if she's frozen immediately after you and Michael left the room. I want to talk to them. Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you on your first night. They don't respond. Thunder rumbles outside. They don't seem to notice. I'm just going to kitchen. You are in the empty kitchen. The dining room is behind you. You could grab something out of the fridge and exit through the back. Return to the den. What happens if I go back? You aren't going back that way. You just aren't. Oh, so I don't have a choice. Oh, tell Michael about his parents. You tell Michael what you saw. What? He asked, looking over his shoulder at you, pausing his game. Your parents aren't moving, are still in the dining room. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. Are you sure? Says Michael, frowning at you. I bet they're just being weird. Give me a sec. As he stands, moves out of the dining room, or out of the den. Still got it both wrong. He points back to the 64. You can play my games if you want. Stand along, listening to the wind outside and the chiming of the grandfather clock. You try to listen to the conversation Michael must be having with his parents, but you don't hear anything. After a while, Michael comes back. They look fine to me, she says. Mum says she's going to bring us popcorn soon. But I saw them. Nice try for a prank though, said Michael, seemingly ignoring you. Oh, and one more thing, she says, while he resumes his spot in front of the Nintendo. Thanks for sending me out then. Mum made me clean up after all. Special company. What? Oh, my uncle's coming to visit. Time passes. The clock chimes. Oh, we can call Mum? We can call our mother? Yep, let's call her. Passing hesitantly throughout the now empty dining room, you enter the kitchen where the phone sits on the counter. Calling Mama. You dial your mum and wait. She picks up after 3 rings. Hi, Mum. Honey, I'm busy. You shouldn't call me at work whenever you want. Is everything okay? No, it's not okay. What? What do you mean? I want to go home. Really? Really, honey? She asked. Yes, Mum, please. Of course. I'll call the sitter. She'll probably be there in an hour. Now really, I have to go. So we didn't expect that, but we just packed our things and we entered the den once more. Michael doesn't look away from the TV as you come in. Quietly begin gathering your things. This draws Michael's attention. What are you doing? Explain that you're leaving. What? Michael stands up, not even bothering to pause the game. No, you can't leave. It's almost time. I'm not having fun anymore. But you will, I promise. There's so much stuff I planned. Oh. I was going to let you play the next Zelda game. The one that's not even out yet. Before you say anything, he is already running upstairs. Michael continually runs up and down the stairs, bringing you games and consoles while you pack your things. Every time he presents something new, you ignore him, or brush it off with an uncaring shrug. Please, Michael says. Just stay. Stay the night, please. Outside you hear a car honk. Honk honk. No, you say, and with your night bag slung over your one shoulder, you march to the front door and exit into the night. As you walk to the sitter's car, you can see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be there. But you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one last look over your shoulder. Back to the house. Michael is still standing in the doorway, totally still, not screaming, not crying, not doing much of anything. The car begins to pull away from the house as you watch, and you see his parents appear in the doorway behind him. Wave. Without acknowledging you, Michael's parents lay their hands on his shoulders. You recognize in their movements something unnatural, something stiff, something mechanical. They're animatronics. Oh dear. They turn Michael back into the house. The door closes just as everything slides out of view. When you turn around in your seat to look out the back window, you can't even see the house lights. Michael doesn't show up on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. On Thursday, you will ask your teacher, Mr. Scott, where Michael is. He blinks at you confusedly. Oh, he says. I don't know why. Whenever O just appears, I just go, oh my. I see you've ended up behind me. Where was I going with that, really? Michael, well, I'm surprised he didn't tell you about this, but his family moved away. Oh, God, that's bright. Ow. That was bright. Oh my God, excuse me. The house is empty when you ride your bike by that afternoon. It somehow seems even larger without anyone else in it. For sale sign stands in the front yard. You go home, you never see Michael again, and eventually, as the years pass, you forget about him entirely. Huh. Exit. You left earlier. Michael moved away. You weren't interested with being friends with him anymore. Huh, okay. So we got 3 more to find, and whatever this is. So, let's go again. Let's talk to Michael. Ah, here we go. Bingo, I'm a genius. Ask if Michael thinks this storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think this storm will be as bad as the last one? I don't like the sound of the wind. You remember that storm we had that tore down all the trees? I don't know what you're talking about. You don't remember? Remember what? I actually forgot until tonight. There was this huge storm a few weeks ago. I think. Michael shakes his head. If it was important, I'm sure I would have remembered it. You fall silent. So he doesn't remember the storm? It's buttery and delicious. Yum yum. I'm gonna head to the bathroom. I don't need to head to the bathroom. Why is your uncle coming? Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Michael, frowning, not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? Why else would my uncle be coming? He said, as if you asked the dumbest question in the world. What sort of business? Michael paused the game and turned towards you, visibly agitated. How would I know? I don't work for them. Right now he's not quite yelling, but if you think you keep pressing this subject, he might. Oh, we're gonna make a little boy mad. Michael turns... Oh, I said I don't believe him. Michael turns and takes a moment to respond, as if he's not quite sure what you've heard. What he heard correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Michael stands up, fist clenched at his sides, his mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step towards you and... Hit me. Hit me. And let's see what you have to offer me. If you think you can hit me, then go for it. I am willing. I am ready for it. Michael darts and pushes you onto the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. Yeesh. You take initiative and throw before he can go for you again. Oh god, we got a bit of a fight going here. Whoa, okay. That was creepy. You shove yourself up off the floor and send your fist into Michael's stomach. Okie dokie, yahoo! You're shocked at what you've done as he stands there, gasping in his pajamas, but then suddenly, I hate you. Wait. Why is that little, like, question mark next to my cursor? You hear something, or think you hear something, someone shouting, and then you fall flat on the floor. For a moment, you don't think you can get up. Your whole body feels heavy. I hate you, says Michael. Leave me alone. You finally manage to sit up as he turns back to his game. You take a moment to collect yourself. What's the time? It's 9:30. Talk to him. Games? You try to strike up a conversation, but Michael is too involved in the game and seems to be ignoring you. You simply watch him play in silence. The clock chimes. It begins raining outside. Kitchen. Fridge. Last one. Soda. Yay. The clock chimes. Okay. Oh, there he is. There's the big boy. But this time, we're gonna run. We're going to the kitchen. This passage does not exist. Kitchen. He deleted the kitchen. Run to the kitchen. Wait, can we do it again? Oh, we have to go to the bathroom. He deleted the kitchen. He alt-tabbed the kitchen out of existence. You run down to the hallway to the bathroom and lock the door behind you. Or at least, this could have been a bathroom. The walls are bare and white and there's no sink or toilet. But there are some odd featureless white boxes that could stand in for a shower or a linen closet. He must be making a game in Unity. You slip into the plain white box that's about the size of a shower. From the front of the house you can hear the front door slam open. After that you don't hear anything except, "Child." The rain. No, not just the rain, but the voice in your back of the head. "I'm coming for you, child." Like something you can't even begin to describe. Though you lock the door behind you, you hear it open easily. Something walks in. Hold your breath. You're not sure how something is out there, but you don't exactly, oh child, hear it moving. But you know it's there, yeah, and you know it stopped. Poor child. Right outside your hiding spot. Oh, it's outside. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. Oh, child, I'm so hungry. You cannot run. Hello, child. No more worries, child. Oh, it found me. It found me. Yep, it found me. You can place forever in the dark. I can't read that. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my god, it found me. And it killed me. Run. That was the next one. You tried to hide, but the uncle who works for Nintendo found you. Okay, so we got 2 more to go for. Some things you remember don't seem to match what you see. Learn what you can, ask questions, have a serious talk. Don't be mean, but still, get out of there. I think that may be referring to if we call the mother. So, pack your things. The clock chimes as you enter the den. Wait, hold on. The clock is chiming. Michael is standing in the middle of the den, his hands at his sides with an odd smile on his face. You're too late. He's here, and then someone knocks at the door. That's him. Oh, did I mess up? Was I supposed to do it at 10? Door slams open. Frame pictures. Something is wrong. Think harder. You can't remember his name. Here we go. Okay, so now the time is... It's 8:30. So I need to call the mother 10 p.m. So we can just do this. Hello, who's... Michael decides you should play the next game alone. It's pretty boring. You're at a party having a convention with a man in a business suit, but for some reason you can't move the camera up to see above his mouth. He's always smiling. He tells you the story about how people always mistake him for someone else. Did you figure it out? Asked Michael, once the man in the game had apparently stood up and left the conversation. Figured what out? Michael laughs. I guess not. He says before putting his choice of the game. No. Hold on. It's 9. Okay. Can we do that again? No, it's not going to work again, is it? Ask about the uncle. It's 9. Okay. Let's look at the pretty pictures. Should be an hour. It's 9:30. Ah. Let's do that again. Okay. Call your mum. Call mum. Picks up. Things are really weird. Very weird. I don't know what's going on with my best friend. Okay, she says after a moment. I'll call the sit and tell her to come up. It'll probably be an hour. That was my mistake. I called her at 11. Can't you make her get here faster? That's not going to happen, honey. She says, just sit tight. Thank you. Return to the den and pack your things. The clock chimes as you enter the den. Michael doesn't even look away from the TV as you come in. Announce you're leaving. What? Says Michael, not even bothering to pause the game. No, you can't leave. It's almost time. I'm not having fun. Oh, I just read this. He's going to be reading up, down. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, man. I'm a little bit confused. Huh. How strange. I thought that was it. Some things you remember don't match what you see. Learn what you can. Ask questions. Have a serious talk. Don't be mean, but still, get out of there. Did I forget to talk? Did I forget to talk to him? Some things you remember don't match what you see. Learn what you can. Ask questions. Have a serious talk, but still, have a serious talk. Don't be mean, but still, get out of there and then make what might be the worst mistake or worst decision ever. So that ties in with this one. Okay. And we have gotten a couple endings, so I'm proud of that at least. Construction crew, learn about the storm. So we have that. Remember my own you. Okay. 8. Talk. Actually, no, before we do that, something's wrong here. Look again. He's not here. He's not here at all. Are you sure Michael has a brother? Yes. Then why can't you remember his name? Ask Michael about it. Where's your brother? He doesn't have one? Now there was something weird, like when there was a particular game. Here it is. Did you figure it out? Asked Michael. Once the man in the game had apparently stood up and left the conversation. Of course. So you know who he really is? Asked Michael, and from the tone of his voice, you don't think he believes you. He's just a guy telling me people keep mistaking him for. He was the guy he was telling me. He was the guy he was telling me people kept mistaking him for. He was just a weirdo. Hi, Killer. Hello. Welcome to Le Scuff. That's what we're calling it. That's what we're calling this stream. Le Scuff. He was the game. Michael gives you an odd look as if he genuinely wasn't expecting you to say this. Maybe, he says, almost thoughtfully. Maybe, yeah. But then he moved back to Nintendo to choose another game. You've been playing for quite some time. The clock chimes. Wait, okay, hold on. Am I supposed to tell him about his parents as well? Can we go to the kitchen? We can't. How strange. Look for pictures of his uncle. Time passes. The clock chimes and it's 10. It begins raining outside. What if we go to the bathroom while it's raining? Oh, the closet, this is new. Hello. The closet is completely empty. The walls are a strange, untextured white. What's going on here? You realize there's something wrong with the toilet. The wall in the bowl looks solid like glass. When you attempt to turn the handle, nothing happens. But the toilet emits a sound of flushing anyway. You suddenly don't feel like having to go anymore. There's nothing in the shower. No bottles or soap or shampoo. No shower head or faucet. It's just an empty box. Talk to Michael. What is the time? It's 10:30. She gets there for 11:30. What do I do now? can I just eat the popcorn? Still 10:30. Can I do it again? Can I just have all of it? Can I have all the popcorn? Okay, that's... Huh, okay. It'll be 11:30. And she's arriving around midnight. Unless... This is tough. Yep, that was a mess up. Ah, God. So, yep, he's moved house three times this entire session. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Have a serious talk. Don't be mean, but still get out of there. So I think, because there's a particular order you have to play this in. He doesn't drink. We'll start with Mew. Find out about the storm. When does the mother come in at 9? Unless I do this now. Or I can do it early. That works. They aren't moving. Ignore them. And we can't go back there. Grab a cold pizza. Because I love me some cold pizza. And then just head back. Time is now 8 o'clock. Tell Michael about his parents. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. It is 8:30. So now we got to find out about where we get the brothers' information. Oh, God, excuse me. Clock chimes. So we found out some weird stuff, but do we have to talk to him? He'll be around midnight, and with that, she's gone. Okay, talk to Michael. Ask about parents. So was I hallucinating with that thing with your parents? Of course you were, you weirdo. But the thing is, I saw them. No, you thought you saw them, said Michael firmly. You bite your lip and look at your hands. Sorry I brought it up. It's okay. You wonder what else you could talk about. Do you think the storm will be as bad as before? Ask about the uncle. I wonder if we trigger this fight to happen, though. I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. I don't believe you. Hit me, boy. Okay. Punch him back. And then we fall flat on the floor. Take a moment to collect yourself. The time is now... It's still 9 o'clock. So it's gotten to a point where he won't even talk to me. Can we play? You don't feel like playing with games or watching anyone play games. Talk to Michael. That's kind of harsh. Michael seems to be wants to let this conversation end here, so it goes back. You think about your mum? Okay. This is where we find out about the brother, but we can't remember his name. He has no name. It's 9:30. This is tricky because I don't actually know what to do here. Time passes, so we could literally... It begins raining outside, so this is where things start getting weird. We can't leave before midnight because that's when the uncle arrives at about the same time. So... Wait, hold on. You regret that kitchen trip earlier, now you have to go to the bathroom. Or is this basically the weird stuff? Yeah, this is just the weird stuff though. It's 10:30. So what if I call the uncle, no, call the mum now. She'll get there for 11:30. Passing hesitantly through the now empty dining room, you enter the kitchen where the phone sits on the counter. I want to go home. Okay, I'll call the sitter and tell to come pick you up. It'll probably be an hour, is that okay? Yes, thank you. I'll call now. She'll be there in an hour. Be safe. The clock chimes as you enter the den. I'm leaving. I don't think we're friends anymore because we had a little spat. You don't understand, he says. If you leave, I'll get in trouble. Trouble? I actually like you, said Michael. I'm sorry we fought, but I do like you. We're really friends. You don't know what to say. The others, it was different. But when he asked for you... Others? What are you talking about? If you stay, I'm sure it'll be different. I'm sure we can work something out. What? You can't go. Michael's ignoring your question. There's so much stuff. I was going to let you play the next Zelda game. The one that wasn't even out yet. And he's already running up the stairs. Please, just stay the night. Please. No. Wait, I thought that was it. Oh, was I on the right track, but messed up something? Man, I think... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Here we go again. There's going to be a lot of skippers through here, but... I feel like we are on the right track, kind of. Definitely, so I need to call them 10:30, get the babysitter to come at 11:30, and then see what we can do from there. So ignore them. Don't go back to the fridge. So we do need to have that fight. Began with Mew. Talk about the storm. Tell Michael about his parents. We literally have a wall of level 3 sentries. What are they like? What is it? Bastion? No, that's his name, isn't it? Bastion? Remember my own Mew. This ending, this is a really weird ending to get, but I definitely feel like we're making progress here. It was just that last phone, no, not the phone call, but it's that, like, ending segment. It begins raining outside, so this is where things get problematic. We don't believe him. Take the moment to collect yourself. So now it is 10 o'clock. So I need to do something. You regret that trip to the earlier, so now you have to go to the bathroom. $10:30? Yep. Okay. Now call the mother. She picks up. I got into a fight with him. You explain that you and Michael aren't getting along right now, and you'd like to go home early. She listens. Yes. Announce that you're leaving. I don't think we're friends anymore, so this is where I have to be careful. If you leave, I'll get into trouble. And this is where he, like, tells us that he likes us. Others. You alright? You can't go. Ah, okay. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. I'm a little bit confused. So we get that ending. Okay, we'll try one more time because I have to be missing something here. Have a serious talk, don't be mean, but still get out of there. Am I... Okay, we'll try this. This is the last thing I'm trying, and if it doesn't work, then we got a couple endings, which a little bit annoying, but because I have to be, it's a little iffy with time. So start with this. Find out about them. Go to the fridge. Take a soda. Tell Michael. Play a little. Okay. That. Then we think about the uncle, which began with Mew, where we find out about the storm. To which we ask Michael about it, but he has no memory of it. Which then we ask about his parents. And yet he messes up my internet connection because of course he does. Right, the time is 8:30. Okay. You get your own Mew eventually. This is where we find out about the brother. The clock chimes. 9. $9:30. Okay. Ask about the visit. So business. If we don't believe him. Wait. Oh, where's that option gone? Talk to Michael. I may have screwed up. I may have screwed... Yep, I've screwed up here, definitely. I feel like you might have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. It's 11. And I have no choice. I can't do anything right now. Wait, hold on. Wait, this is different. Michael is ignoring the Nintendo and is sitting on the floor doing nothing. There is a bowl of popcorn on the floor. Why is he sitting on the floor doing nothing? Michael? Oh, now you... Oh. I'm running. I may have messed up. Yep. Wow, this is difficult. I think I may have gone a bit too quickly here. I didn't get to try out what I wanted to do because I'm stupid. Okay. The uncle who works for Nintendo? Yep. Take it slowly this time. I don't know why he just started... I may have triggered the fight a little bit too early there. So get that. Ask about the storm. Then go to the kitchen. They aren't moving at all. Go to the fridge. Have some soda. Tell Michael about his parents. Play a little. Oh, my uncle's coming to visit. Oh, is he now? Remember that I have a Mew myself. I feel obligated to go literally through every single option. Okay. So next is, it's 9 o'clock. Something's wrong here. Think harder. Remember his name. Ask. The conversation has been dropped. And we've got the calling option. So, let's see. Ask about Uncle's visit. And we're gonna doubt him. Wait, hold on. Oh, did we hit him? You okay? Michael shakes his head, as if he's remembering something. Never mind, he says. Just never mind. You want to say something, but he's already re-immersed in the video game. Ah, we still got the calling option. It's 9:30. Oh god. Michael is ignoring the Nintendo and sitting on the floor doing nothing. Still delicious butter. Look for pictures of his uncle. is where we find out that things are a little bit off in the shower. Okay, head back to the den. It's 10:30. So do I make the call now? Now that he's technically not doing anything? Because this is different. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now, actually. I want to go home. Ah, okay, this is different. Yeah, hello, hello. I'm excited to get differences now. Yay! Michael is sitting silently on the floor as you come in. You're leaving, aren't you? Ah, so we had to... what we had to do was make him stop playing. That was our error. So we had to have that fight in order to get him to stop playing. I don't want to be friends... No, let's do... This joke you're playing is really mean. I should have known it was different, Michael mumbles. You are remembering too much. If your uncle's so powerful, why can't he just keep me here? Michael frowns. He gets weak. He can't do as much. Is that why things have been different? Is he weaker now? Begin packing your stuff. Please, Michael, please don't go. I've never not fed him, and if I don't, I'm not sure what will happen. So you want me to get eaten or whatever? No, please, no. He replies, no, I think he'll kill me. Do you understand? He would have killed me if I didn't. Leave me alone. You can tell that Michael is on the verge of tears, but nevertheless, he does as you ask, walking over to sit in the middle of the den as you finish packing. You wait in awkward silence until, finally, a car honks outside. You get up to leave. Michael wanders over to the fireplace and is looking in its unlit depths as you walk into the night. The sitter's familiar car is parked out in front. As you walk closer, you see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. It's the same, and we get in. The front of the door is closed. You suddenly can't remember if you did that yourself. The light in the den is still burning. As the sitter pulls away from the house, you stare out the window at Michael's house, the lights blurred and magnified by the rain streaming down the glass. Eventually, it all slides out of view. You find out the next afternoon about the fire. He burnt the place to the ground? It started in the den, said the papers, where there was known to be a fireplace. Apparently it was left smouldering in the night. There were no survivors. Arson is suspected since an accelerant would have helped the flames overcome the night's heavy rain, but nothing definitive is ever publicly released on this account. One day after school, you ride your bike to check it out. Ooh, Jesus Christ, not only is that bright, that is fried. Parts of the house still stand, and walls and beams blackened by the smoke. Yellow caution tape has been looped around the outside, and the rubble hasn't yet totally cleared out of the sky. You decided to investigate. The second floor has either mostly burned down or fallen through, but standing in what used to be the den, you look up to the hole that would have been Michael's room. The broken glass and charred drywall crunch beneath your feet. Until you step on something that isn't glass. You look down. There, in the mess, is what looks like a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Color, not all scuffed or damaged, just like my streams. In the back is a single cartridge, a copy of Pokemon Blue. I'm gonna take it. I mean, I would have preferred Pokemon Red, to be honest, because I'm a Pokemon Red person. But you know, I'm not entitled to a free Game Boy. Looking from side to side if anyone might actually be watching you, you pick up the Game Boy and flick on the power switch. After clicking through the Pokemon intro screen, you find there is no new saved game in the cart, like it's a brand new copy. You turn off the Game Boy, stuffing it in your pocket, and return home. Your mother is standing in the kitchen when you arrive, doing dishes, and your little sister is watching some cartoon. She's watching SpongeBob. Remember to take a bath and get dressed even before 7, Mother calls. Remember? You're fairly certain she never told you to do that in the first place. You walk into the kitchen, dropping your backpack on the linoleum floor. Why do I need to do that? Silly, she says. Your mum turns to the sink to smile at you, and your throat tightens when you see how glassy and empty her eyes are. Oh god, she's possessed. Don't you remember? Your uncle's coming over for dinner to celebrate his new job. Oh, we got the do you want to continue ending. Repetition with a difference. It's not the time for running. Go where you're not wanted. Go where you've been told you can't go. This passage does not exist to kitchen. We need to go there. And this may unlock the other ending. Possibly. Okay. I think I know how to get that ending now. So we need to get to a point where I don't think we have to get into a fight, but it's informing us that we need to go there. So watch Michael play. Play co-op. It's 8 o'clock. Remember my own Mew. Ah, God. I do at least want to get this secret ending. So we need do I need to do all this though? I mean, I'll do it. We've forgotten completely about their parents because they just walked in. Time is 9 o'clock. This is about the brother. Are you sure Michael has a brother? Yes. But we can't remember his name. It's 9:30. Wait. Ah, we can't go further than that point. It begins raining outside, so it's coming up to 10 o'clock. Ask if this storm will be as bad as the last one. Oh my god, excuse me. So this is where we have our fight. Bathroom. Take a leak. But we can't because it's glass. It's 10:30. Okay, what if we do this? I got into a fight with him. Okay, so we're too late, but we should be able to go elsewhere. Run to the kitchen. Go anyway. Yes, please. What? You go to the kitchen. No, child. There's not much of a... This is not allowed, child. Silence. The demon commands you. It falls silent for a moment. It's grown weak since you haven't been feeding it. Apparently I have the Game Boy now. From your pocket you pull out Michael's Game Boy. The uncle is somewhere behind the half-textured walls, grumbling to itself, and turn it on. Ooh. There isn't time to use that. No, we can't see our Pokemon. You're carrying a Game Boy Color. You hope this works. Oh, before we do that, save. It's probably not going to say, stop it, child. Things are getting so messed up. Options. Text speed, fast. We're not going to exit. This works. It came to you after you picked up Michael's Game Boy. Still weak from the night of the sleepover, and in that moment you have an understanding of what it was and what it did. How many times have you not made it through the night? How many of your friends have gone before you, would come after you? How many have taken the Game Boy? It promises you, oh my god, my English. It promises you what it promised everyone, every time. The newest games, the best consoles, the best strategies, the most talent, the knowledge and tricks and secrets. A family who could and would provide these things. You could play well, play forever, be the best, as so long as you fed it. And then you had an idea. It did not like your first request, but it was hungry, so it had no other choice. So here you are. Okay. It's gonna lead me back there. Save. Text speed fast. Oh! You're 11 years old. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. 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 The game seems to be breaking itself. In the corner of the grandfather clock, ticking softly through a nearby set. Michael is parked in front of a large TV, something on the Nintendo 64. Suddenly he jumps, as if you scared him by entering when you did, and turns to you, looks at you. What was that? He asks. I know about the uncle. Michael blinks uneasily at you. I don't know what... Do not listen. You mean? What are you talking about? I used it to come back here. Stop this. Stop this now. I don't know why I'm putting on his voice for the uncle. Michael looks around uneasily. Thank you, uncle. It's alright. How is this happening? I'm starving it. Michael shakes his head in disbelief. What are you here for? The rain outside increases in tempo. Bad, bad, bad. Stop sounding exactly like rain. I came so we can stop it. Michael takes a step towards you. How did you do that? It doesn't control you. It may seem like it does, like it all you have, but it's not, it said. It lies. It always lies. Is that Mummy? Is that Mummy Longlegs? But all the others, said Michael. They're gone. Gone, gone, gone. I ate them all up for dinner. It doesn't eat all at once. It's slow. It takes years, maybe even forever. Gone. Gone forever. I made so many. My parents, my brother. I don't deserve it. Why did you come back for me? Why did you come back for me? Because we are friends. Oh my god, that's bright. Michael is still crying. Take Michael's hand. You really came back for me? It wants us to hate each other and I won't do that. Let's go. Oh god, exit, exit. Go, come back, come back. I can't read all this because it's all over the place, but I think he's having a complete and utter fit right now. I'm sorry for all this. It doesn't control us. It isn't our only choice, even if it wants us to think it is. You are my friend. No more games. You're my friend, and I'm here for you. Well, new game. You and Michael defeated the uncle who works for Nintendo. Well, that'll happen. Oh my god, wow. That was actually really enjoyable. I like that. It was difficult, for the most part, getting all the endings. We missed one of them, which I think was just basically if you call them at the same time. It was, yeah. I did enjoy it. Like, ending-wise, all the multiple endings, especially that last one. Having to voice act everyone, just absolutely top-notch. Anyway, we actually did... I'm actually proud we played that for this stream at least, even though it was a lot shorter. My god. Hopefully you guys had fun as well. I most certainly...